Unprecedented spills from the Warragamba Dam, more torrential rain.
Oh my God, that poor person.
And a dire warning.
So we're not out of the danger yet in this significant weather event.
Illawarra, Blue Mountains, even out to Bathurst, Wellington, the Hunter Valley, Central Coast. There's all warnings, weather warnings, all flood warnings current.
Communities along the Nepean and Hawkesbury rivers were hardest hit, with more than 70 evacuation orders issued.
That is impacting 32,000 people across New South Wales.
Emergency services working overtime.
Since 9 p.m. last night, we've had 83 flood rescues, as well as 1,593 requests for assistance.
Along the upper Nepean, some respite. Waters beginning to recede, having peaked higher than March's floods and just short of last year's so-called 100-year flood.
For many communities, this is the fourth flood that they have seen in less than 18 months, and some of those images are truly heartbreaking, seeing people's homes, their lives turned upside down again.
But northwest of Sydney, from Windsor to Wisemans Ferry, the water continues to rise. The ADF deployed as residents face another anxious night.
We've got 2 rotary wing search and rescue aircraft that are available. They specialise in nighttime rescue.
It's feeling very just unsustainable that we're going through this over and over again. I mean, people are doing what they need to do to get ready because we don't have a choice.
Being a single parent is really emotional, but my kids are rocks for me at the moment, so I'm grateful for that.
Scott Hinks lives in Windsor and he joins us now. Scott, how's the community doing right now?
I think the community's pretty anxious in the Hawkesbury. It's one of those things where it's an ongoing event. We have prepared for it, but we're very anxious. And I guess we're more upset with the inaction of different government bodies, I guess, really, that should be helping us look after this.
Scott, I imagine fatigue is setting in. This is the 4th time in 18 months. How many times can you keep going through this?
Look, you've got to go through it as many times as you can, but we're past the dress rehearsals now. This is a live event that we're all living through, and it wears you down. It wears down the rank and file of the community. It wears down the shop owners. It really takes its toll, this type of event, on you.
Now, Scott, in the March floods, there was discussion about whether communities should pack up and move to higher ground. Would that be something you'd support?
Look, I wouldn't say higher ground. The problem is really, from a local aspect, is the infrastructure. You could move to higher ground, but you're still going to be flooded. You wouldn't be able to get in and out of the area. Like if they put you up at Carrajong or something like that, you just wouldn't be able to move. So it's a lot of the infrastructure, I think, that's really failing. It's not just about moving to higher ground. We're kind of all entrenched in where we are. I think a lot of it is really just picking the ball up and providing infrastructure that's going to weather these storms. We know it's going to happen. We get notified time and time again that it's going to happen, and people say, are you prepared? Look, residents are prepared, but I think on the flip side of it, guys, it's maybe the powers to be that aren't prepared. They know that it's coming. The Warragamba Dam was at 97.9% capacity, and that was 2 or 3 days before this rain event hit us.
Scott, you raise a lot of issues I think we'll be talking about for a long time. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much, guys. Take care.
Mitch Brennan is an RFS volunteer. He joins us from Wisemans Ferry. Mitch, you've been out in the tinny today helping with the evacuation. What's the situation you've found?
Look, the river's flowing pretty quick and it's coming up a lot quicker than we actually expected it down here. We've been out all day on the boat, and funnily enough, as you can probably see, I am actually still out on the boat doing a few drops here and there and trying to drop some people at home. But it's good. Everyone's a bit more used to it than they were last year, so it's helped us a lot this time.
Well, it's a silver lining to a very dark cloud, I suppose, is the way to put that, Mitch, that you're getting experienced at this sort of stuff. Are you getting the help you need this time around?
Yeah, definitely getting the help. All the locals have been through it a couple of times now, so they sort of know what to expect and how to help us to help them.
And what about you, Mitch? Is your house safe?
At the moment, it's okay. I literally can't get in and out of my driveway, and my house is sitting on a small island. If the river rises to what it's supposed to tonight, I will have to evacuate my house. It will be underwater.
Mitch, you've touched on it, that you are getting almost tragically good at this in evacuating and helping with evacuations. How long can you and the community keep it up?
Oh, look, I'll keep going. I love it. There's on the boat helping everyone out. They like me. They love seeing us. I love it. It keeps you with a smile on your face in these sad times. So you can't beat it.
It's a great attitude to have in the circumstances, mate. And just hearing you describe your house there, you know, that it's kind of an island and if it rises, you'll lose it. How many people would you say are in exactly that sort of situation? Like this could become seriously a lot worse pretty quickly.
Oh, there is much worse off than me at the moment. And if it keeps coming up, it's just going to get more and more. At the moment, we go through down upriver and see multiple houses, caravans, all sorts of people's properties underwater, and it's heart-wrenching. But, I mean, it's the joys of living by the river, and you've got to look after everyone. It's just life.
Well, hang in there. You've got a great attitude. Thanks so much for the work you're doing. And thank you, buddy, behind you, by the way. Yeah, you've just been sitting there the whole interview with something else to do. I'm not sure what he's... There he goes. Hello, mate.
Legend.
We're all loving it. We all have a bit of fun out here.
Well, a bit of fun's a very light spin on it, Mitch. Thanks very much for speaking to us and all the best.
No worries. Anytime.